Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to record a quick video. Hopefully this is a quick video because I have to be up at 5 and I don't have to be up at 5. I prefer to wake up at 5 every day, but it is 1 o'clock and I have been awake for about 20 hours or so. Now, let me just preface this by saying that I'm not sharing this to gloat. I even thought, do I record this? I wanted to share this story because there's been a lot of videos online as of last year on the topic of visibility, on being seen and have to be comfortable with being seen, yada yada yada. I got on the tube and I got on at the same time as this guy who immediately caught my attention because he was dressed in a really unique, eccentric way. Usually, fun fact about me, I don't ever pay attention to what people are wearing, ever. So as I got on the train, he sat down, I was standing up. I noticed that he had with him a sketchbook. I was like, that's a colourful sketchbook. And he then starts glancing at me every 3 seconds. I was like, brother, you are making it so bait. And then I clock that, he's not just staring at me because he's staring at me. He's doing it because he is sketching me. So I then kind of, figure this out. I'm like, I think he's an artist. He's a creative of some sort. And I was flattered. But I was like also extremely uncomfortable because not every day does an incident like this happen to anyone, I think. So I was like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? Stand here like a lemon staring at the doors? And that's literally what I did. I stood there like a lemon and I was just, staring at the doors. And I certainly did not want to interrupt his flow. I had no objection to him sketching me. I didn't mind being someone's muse for what seemed like forever because it was uncomfortable. Not again because he was creepy or because he was sketching me, but because like I said, this doesn't happen often, right? And also on top of that, I'm not used to, I think here's the thing. I always think being admired in any sort of way in my life, sadly, has come with some sort of caveat. And that just breaks my heart every time. So all I wanted to do in that moment was flee. I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to look at what he's, this fine piece of work that he's producing over there. I just want to get off my station and this is taking forever. And now I'm thinking, what if he's a creep? What if he actually is a creep? And, he doesn't even walk up to me at any point and say, oh, by the way, like, I drew you. Then that would be extremely creepy, at least to me, okay? Because, I don't know. I don't know what he's supposed to do in that situation. I just think that's a little bit creepy if he does not come up. God, can I... Move your mouth. Move your mouth. Luckily, what a relief it was when he does walk over to me before my stop and he gets off at his and he's like, he pays me a really nice compliment and he says, by the way, I drew you. And then he's like, you're welcome to take a photo if you want to. I was like, oh, that's really sweet. So I had to pretend that I didn't know that this was going on, which, I am a good actress, so if I do say so myself. So I was like, oh, thank you. That's really sweet. And it was really sweet. Honestly, it was really sweet. But it got me thinking about visibility, got me thinking about being seen, and more importantly, being admired. I'm not used to, I realize, being admired without either being objectified, and I think I can speak for 99% of women out there, that there's always some level of objectification involved, and that doesn't feel good, right? Especially the older you get, it feels icky. You want to be admired for just existing. And that's what it felt like in that moment, because it didn't feel transactional. And I also realized that I'm not that good at receiving. I knew at some point, he would come up to me and show me this, and I'm not the best receiver. So like, I remember being young and how long it took me, how uncomfortable I used to be with receiving compliments in any way, even when it comes to my work, especially. Oh my God. It's like there's always like this buffer that doesn't allow me to fully absorb or allow a compliment to fully penetrate me, if you know what I mean. Even on YouTube, you guys don't know me, but when I have received compliments, it just, again, I think I do find parasocial relationships extremely strange, but especially with myself being on YouTube, and for somebody who's as private as me, I haven't had Instagram since I was 24 and I'm in my 30s now. So it's been a while for me. I know everyone's going offline now, but your girl's done it since 2018. Now I realize that's pretty strange because I do make YouTube videos here and there, but even then, I'm not used to receiving. It always has been transactional in my life. Like I said, you're either objectified for it, or they want something from you. You're being admired for emotional labor. And none of these things feel good. And I understand subconsciously, I am the one inviting this in. I can't even tell you how unordinary it is, and yet endearing at the same time, to be admired, I suppose, and recognized for just, someone just appreciating, I guess, the way you look even. But they don't want anything from you. I was like, I want more of this. Why is this not a common experience in my life? I mean, maybe there is a subconscious tendency within me to keep extending myself to other people. There's always a catch. There's always something I'm anticipating. I was so glad to experience something or a moment where someone wasn't extracting something from me. That felt so good. That was a nice reminder that it is possible to be admired without someone wanting anything from you. Like, that feels so nice. And again, I think that's why, like, even on YouTube, it always feels uncomfortable to receive a compliment without knowing you. Like, I feel like I must do something for you now, and I'm not used to being in receiver mode. So yeah, I wanted to share this because I think that's a really common experience, but perhaps less talked about from someone who does make YouTube videos, that it does have an impact on you. You do feel recognized, and whilst you are here to be recognized, I expect to give something back to you guys. And again, I'm not popular by any means, but I don't know how other YouTubers do it, but I struggle with compliments or admiration, and that can get very tricky for somebody that wants to connect with people online. I've been online since the age of, I'd say, 11. I've been on the internet. I always knew at some point I did want to post at least one video online one day. Anyway, I don't know. Tell me if this is a common experience in your life. I bet it is, but that would be interesting to connect over.